when I was a kid, I used to go to the games and I used to dream about being on the grounds crew, being one of the guys that raked the field, and you know, even more so, the guy working the scoreboard. And you know, I always said when I want to grow up, I want to do that. I want to be that guy. You know, I don't want to be the fireman. I don't want to be the cop. I want to be that guy. You know, baseball's cool. I would love to be incapacitated if I can't play the game, just to be the guy that, you know, rakes the field, takes care of it, the guy that works in the scoreboard.
My name is Daryl, and I've been working at Wrigley Field for 21 years. My job at Wrigley Field is a scoreboard operator. I maintain the away games for the other teams, National and American League. It took me a while to get used to working the scoreboard the first time I was there because everything is backwards. So to people that's watching it, left is right, and for us, left is right and right is left. But looking on the outside, you would never tell, because that's how we operate. We operate on the inside, or like it's like being behind a mirror. 3 people can operate a full scoreboard, but it's easier with 4. You have a guy that's doing the National League side, and you have one guy that's doing the American League side. But the first floor operates with 2 guys because somebody has to watch the Cubs game at all times. I have all-star status, and you know, that's like I said, Wrigley Field is it's a landmark. You know, I feel like I'm landmark status because I work in something that's a landmark. But I don't know if I get that appreciation, because I know I could be fired.
My name is Morgan Leak. I'd always had a desire. I was just felt like moving to Chicago and checking out the Cubs for a summer, you know, just being a bleacher bum, just being a part of the field, you know. And then when I saw this job, it was perfect. Came down to Wrigley the day after I got here. Still have not spoken with Roger, the head groundskeeper, since February. Said, walked down to the field, said I need to talk to Roger. They said, he's right down there on the field. Go ahead, walk right out. It's my first time setting foot on Wrigley Field. And my knees were shaking, my legs were shaking, I was freaking out. You know, I'd moved halfway across the country for this job that I didn't know if I had or not. Now I'm on Wrigley, which has been the shrine, been the holy place for me all my life. I'm actually set foot on there, walking towards this guy, visibly shaking. And I asked him, I said, hey, Roger, remember me? Yeah, I think so. I don't think he did. But I said, hey, man, I need a job. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm ready to work. He said, you know what? Why don't you start tomorrow? And at that moment, I almost freaked out, man. I could not believe that it was that simple and that I was going to be working at Wrigley Field the next day. Little did I know, I got the job because one groundskeeper had stabbed another groundskeeper in the head with a pair of needle-nose pliers. And so there were 2 vacancies, and I just happened into one of them. It was a beautiful thing, man. I just kind of made it apparent to my boss that was the natural thing to do, was to put me in the scoreboard. And it worked out real nice, and I got up there and became part of the family we have up in the scoreboard. There's 4 guys up there every day through early spring cold, through, you know, the dog days of summer, the heat up there, you know, and it's something that's very special. You know, it's definitely a privilege to be up there in the scoreboard. First times up there, you're up there and you're flipping these plates, and of course the old timers are going to tell you, oh yeah, you remember that guy who dropped the plate out in the head and sliced the fan's head off, you know, and this. So you're nervous to hell, because you have to understand, when you're talking about Wrigley, you're talking about a place that's been run and basically operated, especially from the grounds crew point of view. It's been operated pretty consistently the same over the last 90 years. And things don't change. Like, we still measure with a string, you know. We pace off things. We still use homemade equipment that if you took to a modern day groundskeeper, they'd say, what the hell is this? You know, and there's so many things like that about Wrigley that just never change, and they shouldn't change, and they never will change.
Off days is more like, it's like tuning, like fine tuning. You know, you want to make sure that all the mounds are made sturdy. You want to make sure that everything's clean, all the measurements are correct. It's like tuning up your car. after a 30,000 miles. It's like a 30,000 mile tune-up. When the team is away, that's what we do to Wrigley Field.
Working the drag was one of the cooler experiences you'll get at Wrigley, because when you go down there to set up for the drag, you're standing in the dugout with the players during the game. That's a privilege that only a handful, if you're not a Major League Baseball player or a coach or somebody with the team, you don't get to experience that, you know. And to be Joe Schmo fan all your life and to be able to be sitting there at Wrigley Field in the Cubs dugout during a game, you know, is a special privilege, you know, to be able to watch it as the players watch it, to be able to hear what the players are saying during the games, to be able to see what they're doing, you know, good and bad, you know, the little tricks of the trade and stuff that you pick up on while you're down there. And just to have the insider's view of a Major League Baseball game, you know, if you're a baseball fan, a diehard baseball loyalist, there's nothing that can really compete with that as far as, you know, any fan of any sport wants to be next as close to the players as possible. That's why people spend $200 to sit in the box seats, but they're spending $200 in the box seats. And guess what? I'm getting paid $8 an hour to stand right next to the player, man. So it's unbeatable, and the stuff you get to see and you get to share with the players down there, you know, high-fiving after they hit a home run, after they win a game, you know, special moments. The tarp is a beast. The tarp is something that is the most intense part of the groundskeeper's job, because the entire day you're anticipating that tarp pull. You're in rain call, locked up in the groundskeeper's locker room, just waiting for the buzzer to hit. You know, you're just waiting.
My first rain call was actually Mike Convoy took out a napkin and put it in front of the table where we watched TV at, and like did a demonstration of folding it on the table there, and that was basically basically the training technique that they have there.
Mike, the old timer, he'd give you a quick tutorial with a napkin and say it goes like this, it goes like this, it goes like this, and then you run, you know. And it's like, okay, sure, yeah, that seems pretty simple enough, but you know, they don't tell you everything.
It was interesting though. He folded a napkin in 4 ways and like slowly like told us where to go when he unfolded that napkin. He's like, this is Canvas 101. That's a true story.
Being on the ground crew is being part of a family, because we all pull together. We're all there for a common interest, and that's the Cubs. Anybody who works there, you only work there because you love the Cubs. Seeing the same guys day in, day out, long hours, long days, and you create a bond. You know each other like you're brothers, like we're our own team. You know, like the Cubs have their team, grounds crews like a team of their own. We got our locker room, we got our goal, we got what we do. You know, it's special.
They're straight up people, you know. No one bullshits around there. When you're in a grounds crew, that's how it is. You are who you are, and in a weird way, the more that you're yourself, the more that you're accepted, and the more that you try to be like someone that's phony that they can see right through you, you're gonna get ousted out at some point.
Well, everybody saw 2003. I mean, that was a pinch. That was a little taste. Now imagine the World Series. I mean, just multiply that by 100. And that's what I feel like, for the first time, that they really, really want to win a World Series. And I mean, just like that interview with McPhail resigning and other guys stepping up and CEOs from the Tribune saying that they want to win because, you know, the fans deserve a winning team. They've been faithful all these years. I mean, come on, give them something. I feel it's getting closer. I'm saying 08, it'll be 100 years, so that'll be something special.